Hello, this is Kevin Benedict, SMAC analyst with Cognizant, reporting live today from London, England. And I have the pleasure of spending time with mobility expert David Akka. Thanks for joining us, David.
Hi, good afternoon.
So David, you're the managing director of not only the UK, but the Nordics as well, I understand, for Magic Software.
Yes, I am.
So Magic Software has been around for how long?
For about 30 years. We're 30 years in business.
30 years.
Yes.
Now it's before mobility.
Before mobility.
All right, so why are you guys involved in mobility today?
What we've always been doing is a smart platform for either application development or for integration. And mobility is just another normal extension for us to go into and extending content and logic into mobile devices.
So for years you've been building application platforms for desktops and for web.
Absolutely. Mission critical solutions for big enterprises, anything if it's insurance or logistics or finance. And we just really think that mobility is the next step for a lot of organizations to embed, to extend their processes, extend their IT systems.
So you talk a lot about cross-platform development. Now in a mobile exclusive world, that would mean iOS, BlackBerry, Microsoft, Android.
Yeah.
But you guys have a broader definition.
Absolutely. We don't see that as multi-platform, we do see that as multi-channel. And don't really want to go into market definition, but the way we defined it is really to try to deliver content and logic and data throughout entire range of devices, whether it's a desktop, website, tablet, mobile phone, and to adopt it to how people actually use it, the context that is being used on each of these devices.
So David, you've been involved with Magic Software and this industry here in the UK for a long time. How have you seen even the mobility requirements of companies change over the last 2 years?
I think if in the last 2 years, beginning of that, a lot of people tried to experiment with things. So there was big emphasis on user interface. So they tried to take a lot of concepts from consumer market and bring it into enterprise mobility. But gradually there is a lot of movement into governance, into how to make it all deliver the secure reliability. How do you actually provide the back office that's working, designed to work 9-8 hours a day to deliver 24 hours a day and so on. So all of these issues are actually what's been changing in the last 2 years.
So there's a lot of companies that have entered the mobile platform market.
Yes.
Some have sold off or disappeared.
Yes.
What positions you guys to succeed in this market?
We actually see mobility as part of overall IT strategy. It needs to sit in it's an end-to-end processes. It's not just about the device. It's not just about how do you communicate over 4G or 3G. It's how do you integrate these processes, these data sources, this information that you capture on mobile devices and bring it back into the core enterprise application, whether it's ERP, HR, finance, and so on. So we really have what we call end-to-end or harmonious view of data and processes in the enterprise, and that's why we think whatever we do is always linked to a back-end office, always linked to what enterprises are doing anyhow. I'll give you an example. If you are a mobile user and you need to start running a different application on your mobile device, still you need to link into your LDAP or whatever it is as a resource. Maybe you need to link into some sort of database drive, disk drive that people have, or certain databases that the enterprise is using, and be able to use all these resources. It's not just about data sources.
Absolutely. So where do you predict the mobile market here in the UK is going to go? What are some of the new requirements you think you're going to hear from clients in 2014?
Well, I think trying to do things that phase is finished. A lot of customers have some sort of pilots to try to run, and now they gain a bit better understanding of what does it mean to develop for multi-platform and multi-channels. How do you govern that? How do you actually run it into some sort of a coherent strategy? I think a lot of this work, there is some sort of experience around that. And now I think we'll start to see from 2014 the first wave of fully integrated mobile solutions.
So does that benefit Magic's positioning in the market?
Absolutely. This is exactly what we do. This is exactly what we offer, all the way from strategy to delivery.
So instead of being kind of outside mobility vendor coming in, you've often already been inside of an organization, so you're extending out the mobile.
Absolutely. And usually this kind of project starts from, okay, we have two systems, one sits in the cloud, one sits in on-premise. How do we link between them? And once you do that, then okay, how do we then enable other people or other devices or other channels to communicate and consume these sort of services? The whole philosophies of organizations start to become services and devices. So we're very much helping with the services and consumption of services around that.
Well, that's awesome. David, I want to thank you so much for sharing with all of us today.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
And you're a blogger.
Oh, yes.
I almost forgot that. David, why don't you tell everybody how to read your blog on this stuff?
www.davidakka.com, my first name and my last name.
Thank you very much, David.
More than welcome.